Shanghai is going to be amazing. You love to see it. This is legendary. The second overall pick. The hockey gods were good to us. Let's go. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of your Shanghai Dragons custom NHL 20 franchise mode. Here we are with the second overall pick, moving up from number 9 in the draft all the way up to number 2. And you already know who the right pick is going to be. Shane freaking right. I am so excited to draft this guy second overall. I have some plans for the draft. I haven't completely ruled out getting Jacques Briere either. But let's go over some comments here. But first of all, obviously last year was a bit of a disaster, and I think there was more contributing factors than what we see on paper. I think our team chemistry is low, our locker room chemistry is low, so I'm looking to maybe change that up. Now, I know we've kind of bounced around a little bit with the head coaches here, but I'm wondering if Spike is really the man. You can see our staff chemistry is only 33%. That is hashtag not good at all. That is really, really bad. I like the Spike Bickle character. I mean, not a great first year at all. His team fit is nice. Is team fit really the end all be all? Our staff chemistry is so damn low at 33%, but maybe we get a couple players in the draft here. We sign a couple of biggie free agents, and we might be all right. But I'm a little bit concerned about the team chemistry and the locker room chemistry. That concerns me, but hopefully with a second overall pick, we can try to steer this ship around. Tyler says tanking for the right player. He's going to be a beast with Vernasty and Pox. You should also try to draft a D-man and a goalie. Varlamov isn't playing that well, and Eddie Lack is going to be 34. That's right. I know our goaltending situation is not great. It's not super fantastic, but there is a bright spot. Brandon Barenfeld is going to highlight that bright spot. He says, remember, you do have a medium elite goaltender prospect in Nichushkin. You should check his progress regularly because he could be your future starter. You should see if he's grown at all before you start the draft. You can determine whether you pick a goalie or not in the draft. So he's 60 overall. I signed him right away because I wanted him to get playing time. He's grown a little bit. I think he was like 58 or something, but in the AHL he went 4-10, so not a really great showing, although it's not a great team down there. But he is 19 years old, 60 overall. He's gonna hopefully get backup minutes this year in the American Hockey League. I'm going to see if I can move some things around. There's no way I should be giving an AHL starter backup minutes over a medium elite potential goalie who's 19 years old. If he pans out, a 4th round pick for medium elites, not too damn shabby. Now, since we're looking at the contract stage here, let's have a look at the guys who are going to need to get paid, and that is Felix Pox. Now, Hockey Highlights says, sign Pox now. He's going to want more money. Now, we've seen this in the past where, say he'll want exactly this, 10.3, and then when we go to the re-sign stage, if we don't sign him right now before the draft, he's going to want upwards of like 11 or 12. Now, we have the cap space, so I'm not super worried, but I would like to get him for as cheap as I possibly can. I think we can get him for a 10 mil a year deal, 4 years, $40 million. It's kind of surprising me he doesn't want a long-term deal, but hey, I'll take a 4-year, $10 million contract that'll bring him to 26. I think that's a hell of a deal. 40 million bucks in the bank. That's a fraction of what Old Spice is paying him. Guys raking in the money. 10 million for 4 years. There you go. Now, Klim Kostin wants 7.6. That's a lot of money. However, I do want to re-sign him, that's for sure. All these guys we can deal with in the re-sign stage. The biggest one was definitely going to be Felix Pox. I'm going to hang off on Klim Kostin for right now. That's a lot of money. That's a ton of money, but he is 84 overall. We got a couple comments regarding Mr. Klim Kostin. Jules, he says, hear me out. Don't trade Klim Kostin. He was playing fine as a second-line center. He goes on to say that we should play right. He spells it wrong, but I get what what you're saying, buddy. Shane Wright on the first line, and get better coaches and you'll be golden. Boom, just like that, eh? You think it's that easy? I'm gonna try, my dude, I'm gonna try. Now, the last comment regarding Klim Kostin says, Kostin and the second first rounder for the first overall to go with Shane Wright? Oh, baby, that is swinging for the fences. I'm not saying I don't want to go ahead and get Briere. I don't think it's gonna be enough to do it. That's gonna be a huge trade. If they will go for that, I'm thinking hell yeah, but I really don't know if that's going to be enough to get the first overall pick. I'm definitely going to try, but I don't know if it's going to be that doable or not. Now, I've got a couple comments here that are really, really interesting. The first one comes from Evan. He says, Shane Wright and Brant Clark played together on the same minor midget AAA team, the Don Mills Flyers. They were unreal. Almost every kid on their team got drafted into the OHL. They had 3 of the first top 4 picks, and they didn't lose a single game all year in regulation. I'm really surprised. I've never heard of this Brant Clark character. I can't believe it. Usually I'm really good with my prospects, but I don't know why I was sleeping on this guy. We got another one. This guy says, you've got to draft Shane Wright. Him and Brant Clark played together for the minor midget for the Don Mills Flyers and went 1-4 in the 2019 OHL draft. This connection is just working out perfectly. Getting some buddies back together. Brant Clark is going to be snapping it to Shane Wright on the power play. Oh my. This is going to be just like midget AAA all over again. Let's get into the draft. See, that's what I love about the assistant GMs. You guys have that knowledge. I would have never known that they would have played together, especially in midget AAA. So let's go ahead here. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds to potentially get Briere as well. I mean, this is the most important draft in franchise history. If we are going to make a move, we're going to make it now. I'm thinking Klim Kostin. Now, the thing is, they don't want to get rid of their first, which sucks. I feel that. I know there's a franchise guy out there, so I understand. I mean, the trade value looks pretty even. How are they doing for centerman? Do they need Klim Kostin? They really need Klim Kostin, and they really need a star winger as well. So, I mean, we're already getting the number 2 overall pick. We've basically already hit the lottery. If this will go through, great. However, I don't think it's going to be enough, and I don't want to send any more their way. So for the first overall pick, we're going to be sending, potentially, hopefully, Klim Kostin and basically Raphael Lavoie for the first overall pick. I don't think it's going to go through. Trade rejected. Yeah, it's really not even close. I could probably add a little bit more if I'm going to really try here. I mean, a second for next year is basically all I want to pay. This is a franchise guy. This isn't just a high elite or a medium elite player. This is going to be my last crack at it. If we only end up with Shane Wright, hey, it's not that bad. I'm just trying here because we tanked, and I don't think we're going to be tanking anytime soon. So I'm going to add another pick. Will this go through? Trade rejected. You know what? I'm sure I could get this done with a third, a fourth, and a prospect, but we are going to leave it as is. I'm 99.9% sure that the Oklahoma City Bandits are going to select Jacques Briere out of the Quebec Major Junior League, and they do just that. There you go. Jacques Briere, medium franchise. God, he's going to be good. He is going to be exactly what this franchise needs. Yeah, look at his shooting category. Oh my God, he is going to rip up the NHL. His skating is elite. His defensive category is elite. This guy is like one of the better prospects I've ever seen. Jacques Briere, what a beast. Let's walk up to the podium. Let's make our selection. The Shanghai Dragons would like to thank the great state of San Diego for hosting the NHL entry draft and all their hospitality. We are extremely proud to select from the Kingston Frontenacs in the Ontario Hockey League, centerman Shane Wright. Welcome to Shanghai. What is he going to be? 80 overall, high elite. He is going to be so damn good. Now, I know there's a big difference here. 84 overall, 80 overall. It's a massive difference. Now, there is people saying I should have made him franchise potential. He's going to be the next McDavid, so on and so forth. I didn't want to put too many franchise players in simply because there's already so many franchise players in here. But that's not to say I won't move up in the draft anymore. Let's have a look here, see if we could go after another guy, Stuart Wall, who had 50 goals in 64 games. He's a little guy. He's a small fella, but he's NHL ready, so that leads me to believe he's 80 plus overall. Now, does Mississauga want to move the 3rd overall pick? Is that what they want? Let's see. They already have, so they don't want to move it, unfortunately. Could they use a center like Klim Kostin? Could they do it? Yep, they really could. But again, that's kind of going to decimate our forward core. Getting another winger is nice. We already got a centerman. My plan is to kind of have JSD as the 3rd center and then have Shane Wright as the 1st and then Klim Kostin as the 2nd line center. But getting Wall would be super, super nice. I'm sure we could fill the 2nd line center in free agency, but look at Shane Wright. His trade value is maxed through the roof. Oh my God, we got the pieces in play, baby. Vernasty, Felix Pox, Shane Wright. This line is going to rip up the NHL very, very soon. I just don't think we have enough to trade for this Wall guy. I don't want to trade prospects. I don't want to trade any more picks. I don't really want to trade anything else. We're going to stand pat, I think. We're going to let Wall go to Mississauga, hang out with Biz Nasty. I think I'm going to regret not trading for Wall, but I just don't have the assets necessary. So let's go ahead and let them have their pick. 3rd overall, and Stuart Wall, 81 medium elite. So he's a higher overall than Shane Wright, but Shane Wright has the high elite potential. All right, so that's going to be a hell of a player for the Mississauga Elephants. He had 50 goals in 64 games. Again, 81 overall. He is a beast. His shooting category is almost as good as Briere's. He's really tiny, though. He's only 5'9", 170 pounds. What's Briere? Briere's 5'11", 190, so he's a pretty big dude. What about Shane Wright? 6'2", 194. All right. There you go. Moving on here, let's go all the way to our pick. We'll do a little recap here of everyone else in the top 5. Kapanen was the first defenseman to go at 80 overall. Wow, what a deep draft. The 5th overall pick was 81. Wow, Radek Martinek. What a beast. Look at this guy's shooting category. God damn. There's going to be, you think there's a lot of goals being scored now. Just wait. This guy is also a very good prospect. I do recognize this guy's name. Yeah, he looks nasty as well. Wow, the 7th overall pick was 80 overall. Damn. All right, so a very, very deep top 10 here. The 12th overall pick was 80 and the 13th. Oh my God, that is a deep draft. Holy. So we're here at 19th overall. Wouldn't mind picking a defenseman since we got our stud forward, if there is one available. If there's another can't miss forward, I think I might have to go that route as well. Marcus Backer, Avery Giftopoulos. That might be the name I have to pick. We got Marvin here, who's a center. I just picked a center. We got Bootland, AJ Bootland. The best defenseman available is Pat Ricci here, or George Foster. George with a J. Interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no defenseman available. I think I'm going to pick one of these forwards here. We are picking 19th overall. Let's go with Avery, another winger here. We got a German, the first German we've had on our team, I believe. He is, no report on him. His strength competition, A-. We already picked a center, so I'm going to go with Avery Giftopoulos. What a name. He's got gifts for everyone, and he's 66 medium top 6. Okay, not bad. What do we miss out on here? 64. Okay, so we made the right choice there. Gift looks like the best of the bunch so far, unless Tokyo is going to get a medium elite. They get George with a J, and he's 62 overall. So out of everyone, I think we probably made the best choice there. Yeah, I think we made the right choice there, picking Avery Giftopoulos, the best name in all of hockey. His stats definitely need some work, but he's only 17, so he's going to be a few years away. But going all the way to pick number 40 here in the 2nd round. See what else we missed out on. If there's any studs early in the 2nd, nothing really. I'd love to pick a D-man if there's one available, and it looks like there is, which is nice. We got a couple of options here. We got Andrei Nikulin. He's a 6'2" defenseman out of Russia. Played in the K last year, it looks like. He's going to be a few years away. Or we have Robert Gilson, who's 6'4", 213, a defensive defenseman. I like Robert Gilson here a lot. Let's go with him, or we can go with a confirmed medium top 6 and play it safe. Ooh, this guy could be something like low elite though. Do I play it safe with Colin with 2 L's? Colin Sutton, who is 4 years away. This guy's 3 years away, I thought, right? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a risk here. We're going to go with the guy from the SHL, 6'4", 213, defensive defenseman, and he's 62 medium top 6. I'm interested to see, ooh, okay, Nikulin might have been a better pick. What do we got here? Where's that other guy? So he was only 60 overall, so I guess we made the right choice there. Moving on to pick number 71, Evgeny Malkin. Let's see what we got on the table. Any goalies for fun? What's the best goalie out there? Just to have a quick look. Best goalies at 95, Chase Betts and Ricky Ablocator. Serge Biron, Nicholas Howden. There's a couple tendies out there. Maybe we'll think about that with our next pick. Some more defensemen here. We got Amari DeBoer. Do you guys remember Jake DeBoer? Oh man, legend. If you know, you know about Jake DeBoer. If you know, you know. Looking to see if there's any gems hanging out. Doesn't look like it. We got a bust. Stay away from Samuel Osgood. All right, I'll listen to my scouts, the ones that are still left. I think I am going to revamp the scouting, though. I think that's what I'm going to do in the offseason. We missed out on the Russian defenseman last time. Let's go with one here. Jacob Kavanaugh, straight out of Russia, and he is low top 4, 60 overall. All right, I guess that's okay for the third round. Nothing super crazy. DeBoer was at low top 6, so there you go. He was definitely the next player I was going to take, and let's move on to another pick where maybe we'll pick a goalie. So no goalies available yet. Let's go with one of these guys. Oh my god, the guy's name is Bear. How do you pronounce that last name? Is the T silent? Is it Chelios without the C? Bear Celios? I don't know. I gotta pick the guy. His name's Bear. What a gangster. Medium bottom 6, 56 overall. Okay, I gotta pick a goalie here. We gotta do it. 5th round, 133rd overall, and there's no goalies available. Fantastic. The next goalie available is going to be at 146. Let's go with the big 6'4" goalie out of the queue, Ellison. All right, we're taking a little bit of a reach here. Oh, 49 overall, medium fringe starter. Looking to see if there's any 19 or 20-year-olds. I can see a couple right now. Look at this guy's name. Holy. Let's go with another defenseman, though. Ivan Kalinin, a 20-year-old. There you go. What's he looking like? Medium 7th D. It's okay. I want to steal here. I want to get a nice, low elite guy. That's what I want. Parker Bell. What do we got here? Nothing super exciting, unfortunately. Let's pick a forward. Let's go with Parker Bell, all right? 6'4", 18-year-old out of the Tri-City Americans. All right, this is going to get real boring real fast, all these guys who are never going to make it. Give me a draft steal. Give me someone. Nick Sims, all right, another defenseman, 20 years old. I think this is our last pick. 62, low 7th D. It's not terrible. Aside from our first pick, though, it wasn't a super fantastic draft, but I mean, we basically won the lottery. Moved up from 9-2 to pick more or less a franchise piece. Shane Wright. All right, so I just went through and got all of our scouts all good and done. We just did that. Okay, everything's all good to go. Felix Pock says yes to 10 mil at 4 years. You absolutely love to see it. Let's get into the re-sign stage. This one's going to be pretty easy. We have $42 million to work with. Klim Kostin, what do you want now? You want 6.3, so literally the exact same thing. What if I gave you like a... actually, you know what? This might not be a bad idea to give him a 1-year deal, $6 million, sign on the dotted line, a year to prove yourself after a disappointing postseason, and then really just a disappointing year for everyone. So let's give you a chance to be the guy once again, a 1-year deal. I'm cool with that. Dion Phaneuf, unfortunately, is not going to work out once again. We're going to release him. That was kind of like, it's always like the xTech jinx. I feel like we always want to get a player to win him a Stanley Cup. It happened in Quebec with Lundqvist, and it just never really worked out, unfortunately. So it's happened a few times, actually. Happened in our Toronto franchise mode. That didn't really last that long. Sorry about that. So I think we're probably going to stop doing that pretty quick. I think this Avery Giftopoulos could be quite a player for us in a few years. I'm pretty happy about that pick. We're going to say goodbye to Corey Conacher, 66 overall. Thanks, but you're out of here. As for goalies, do you think it's time to part ways with Eddie Lack, a 34-year-old, 75 overall goalie who had a really bad year this year? I think it's time we get some fresh blood here. Thank you, Eddie Lack. You were the man. You really surprised a lot of people, and I hope you find a job elsewhere. We're looking in a different direction here. Hopefully going to find someone else in free agency. Good luck in the offseason. I hope you find what you're looking for. We'll go ahead and sign all these goalies. Yes, yes, yes. We have a ton of goalies. I'm probably going to have to trade some here, but there you go. The re-sign stage is basically done. We should be good to go. Let's see what we're looking at here. I lowballed some players. I lowballed guys like Carl Alsner. I think he wanted like 6.5, and I said no. There you go. Our AHL head coach is good to go. All of our coaches are good to go. That's fine. All of our scouts. Okay, this might take a minute here. Hold on. All right, so Klim Kostin has agreed to a 1-year contract. There you go. JSD, he says no. Now, JSD wanted like 4 years at $4 million. He's not too happy being on this team anymore. I think it might be time to go our separate ways. Well, you know what? If you feel like that, I can't convince you to stay. I'm not going to give you 5 years at $5 million or whatever you wanted. It's just not happening. Maybe we'll revisit it in free agency. JSD, an original legend, thank you for your services, but we are going with the youth movement here, and unfortunately you didn't want to be a part of it. I wanted to have you here, but hey, it's all good. Moving on. Carl Alsner also said no. He wanted a boatload of money, and I was just not ready to pay him that at all. Shane Wright is good to go. Things that you absolutely love to see. We're good. I think we're going to write out the team headed into free agency. We've got guys like Roland McEwen who want like $5 million, but if you tender qualify them at the end of the offseason, they'll just sign because no other teams want them. That's a little trick I've learned. So let's go ahead here, write out the squad. We got all of our scouts. This is why I hate dealing with the scouts. It's just so annoying. All right, so here's how the team is looking right now. We need to spend some money. You can see we basically don't have any third line wingers. I know what I'm looking to spend. I am looking to spend money. You can see here we need a starting goalie. We need at least one more defenseman. Let's see what's out there. Hopefully it's a good crop for free agents. Now there could potentially be, okay, I'm not seeing any right now. I was going to say there could have been some legends, but it looks like every legend re-signed with their team. So the thing I'm most concerned about is a starting goalie. Oh my God, James Spaghetti. He's here, baby. The spaghetti man with the ravioli blocker. We have to get him. It's going to be a first and a second, but I do not care. Or do I care? James Spaghetti. Oh my God, this is perfect. Okay, we get a franchise goalie for a first, a second, and a third. Come on, you can't pass that up. This is, the stars are aligning. James freaking Spaghetti. He's coming back, baby. Oh my God, I am fired up. There's other teams interested, so I want to make it lucrative for him. That's for sure. $8 million for 1 year. Let's see what that is going to cost me. This year's first, second, and third. Okay, so what if I make it just 7.4? Is it still going to be a first, a second, and a third? Yeah, it is. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. The money is not a thing here. I just want to make sure we're going to be able to get them. So, $8 million. Let's go 8. You get $100,000 extra. That's a little bonus. Go buy a brand new BMW M3 or something. Go have some fun. 100 grand. Why not? All right, James Spaghetti. Come on, baby. You gotta sign. You have to sign. That is a huge piece. I am so prepared to give a first, a second, and a third. It's not even funny. I am good to go. James freaking Spaghetti. Gonna try to steal him out of Red Deer. Oh, baby. Now, I gotta check. Yeah, Red Deer just won the Stanley Cup, so they didn't re-sign their starting goalie, their Stanley Cup winning goalie, James freaking Spaghetti. Are you guys crazy? Could you imagine if we get Shane Wright and James Spaghetti in the same episode? Oh, baby. All right, so let's see what players are available. We need some third-line wingers, all right? So these guys are all too damn good. I want Lind and JFK on the second line, so I'm going to be looking down here a little bit. Jason Pominville, legend. Carl Alsner's out there. We're not going to go that way. I'm hoping someone will give Roland McEwen an offer sheet. That'd be fantastic. However, I don't think it's going to happen. So unfortunately, a lot of the good young free agents out there are restricted free agents, and even like a $3.9 million contract, what's that going to cost me? A second. So it's like, kind of got to get someone who isn't a nice young prospect. So let's have a look. Looking for a third liner here. Any one of these guys is going to do. This guy, Maxim Letunov. He's a 6'4" centerman. I could play Ryan McInnes on the fourth line. It's not a big deal. He seems like to be the best affordable option. All these guys are RFAs, so unfortunately I can't even get them even if I wanted to. Let's go with this guy for our third line center. 3.4, how about 3.5? I'm a generous man. Here you go. I got money to spend. All right, so I'm going to write it out as we go. Let's see what else we can spend. Dylan Sakura might not be bad. He's a center, but I can move him to the wing pretty easily. He looks like a pretty good depth option. He's going to be cheap, $3 million bucks. He seems like the best option out there. Kirby Ryko is available as well. There's actually more players than I initially thought, so let's go ahead and spend some money. Dylan Sakura, 3.5 for 1 year. We'll see what he says. All right, so I've spent some money in free agency. I went a little all out here. I just got a bunch of players because I want to make our AHL team competitive as well. We've kind of neglected them a little bit. So before I can focus on anything else, I really have to know that James VEGETTI is going to sign on the dotted line. I'm not worrying about trades. I'm worried about the spaghetti man with the ravioli blocker. That's right, baby. You know and love him, James VEGETTI. Okay, assistant coach said no for the AHL team. That's something I can deal with later. Enough of the trades. I need to see some players sign on the dotted line. Yu Sato, remember this legend from our Quebec franchise mode? Yu Sato's actually from Japan, so it's going to be a little bit different coming over to China, but if he turns out to be anything, that would be awesome. Okay, all these guys, a bunch of younger guys. No, where's James VEGETTI? Come on. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. You can see here, this might be our problem with James VEGETTI, unfortunately. Letunov said no, the locker room chemistry is bad. More money may help change my mind. Okay, I can respect it. I can respect it. Jansen Harkins was another guy that I kind of forgot about, but here he is. He's back. Korshkov as well. Dylan Sakura, that's nice. Keegan Kolsar, he says no. He's a big power forward who I actually kind of wanted. So I might have to go spend some more money. Yeah, you can see here that the locker room is not a friendly place to be right now for a lot of guys. Everyone's saying no, which scares me. Hopefully, James VEGETTI. No, you. Oh my God, this is bad. This is bad. How? Okay, hold on here. Stop the damn simulation. I need to trade some players. Oh my God. Come on, please do not sign with another team. Please do not sign VEGETTI. I will trade a player. I gotta trade a goalie, I think. And then I'll offer you that exact same thing. Come on, let's do this here. I bet some of you guys were just yelling at me in the comments. What are you doing? What are you doing? You have too many players. All right, so I just got a 4th round pick for a bunch of scrubs. We should have enough room on our roster, though. I ended up trading 2 goalies. Come on, James VEGETTI. I really hope that doesn't screw me. But you can see in our contract it said 31 out of 50. Maybe it's because I had too many goalies. That makes sense. All right, so let's make it a little bit more lucrative here. Let's go 8.275. You can really get a nice car now. There you go. A first, a second, and a third. Please sign on the dotted line. This is just stressful. I really hope it's not a locker room chemistry thing for James VEGETTI. Come on, baby, sign on the dotted line. Okay, he did sign, so this gives him a couple days. This gives Red Deer a few days to either match the contract or say, no, we'll take your first, second, and your third. Considering we were just a lottery team, might be a good idea to take the picks. Come on, Red Deer. Red Deer Ice Hawks have decided they are not willing to match your offer sheet. Oh, baby, James VEGETTI, welcome back, baby. The legend, the Stanley Cup winning legend himself, James VEGETTI, back in the mix. We got a starting goalie. We have really low locker room chemistry for some reason, but I'm hoping that will figure itself out. Let me go ahead and try to sign some players here. I'll give them a bit more money since we have the money to work with. Why not? Let's go and get this thing done. All right, so I went ahead and gave those players a bit more money here. Hopefully they sign. Now, how do we get the locker room chemistry up? All right, so Maxim is good to go. Alexander True is good to go as well. He's a big dude. And then Keegan Kolsar as well. 6'2", 227. That's a big boy. That is a big fella. We got some grit on our team. I'm really hoping that our locker room chemistry is kind of going to work itself out. Is there a way to improve that, or do you just... Ooh, Gabe Velarde? Wait a minute. Hold on. For Eriksson, ooh, that's a lot. Eriksson is very, very good, but so is Gabe Velarde. We kind of already got our centerman, though, with Klim Kostin and obviously Shane Wright, so I'm going to say no to that. But kind of giving you some thoughts behind the James VEGETTI contract is that we just got a Stanley Cup winning franchise goalie for a first, a second, and a third. So what? We have to sacrifice 1 year of drafting. We just won the lottery pretty much with Shane Wright. So you can see here, Gustav Lindstrom, he decides to sign my qualifying offer, and Roland McEwen should do the same. Let's see here, should do the same. But that's kind of my reasoning behind the James VEGETTI thing. I am pumped on James VEGETTI coming here. I cannot be happier. I'm so fired up. We have a franchise goalie. Spike Bickle wants to talk about, I assume this is going to be Shane Wright. There you go. 9-game trial is the best route. Yes, everyone's going to be happy. Plus 15 management, things you love to see. You can't really lose in that situation because your coach wants to do its best, and there you go. Gabe Velarde, no. Red Deer wants to give us all their players. I'm surprised Roland McEwen hasn't signed yet. I thought he would. Considering, there it is actually, on cue, Roland McEwen signed for the $2 million as opposed to the $4.5 million that he wanted. That's how you save some money. So let's have a look here. Our locker room chemistry is still at 44. That sucks. Okay, it's actually jumped up to 69. Nice, that's good. Our team chemistry is now caution where it was poor before. So let's go ahead, have a look at the lines here. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, all right off the bat, it doesn't look that bad, but look at Shane Wright, baby. 80 overall, that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't give it a +3 if I play Kostin with these guys. So what if I did this? Since Shane Wright is considered a second liner, I can play him with Cole Lind and JFK, and then I'll put Fox with Kostin and Vernasty, and then Korshkov, Letunov, and I wish we had another Ov here so I can have an Ov line. That would be fun. But it's going to be Dylan Sakura up here, I believe. Or is it? What is it going to be? Shane Prince. What about Kolsar? Since no, that would be a minus. Okay, so if we put Jansen Harkins on the second line and put Prince here, that gives it a plus, which is nice. I'd love to do this, though. That's kind of what I want. I really want Harkins here and Sakura there, really, to be honest with you. That's kind of what I want. What if I change Sakura over to a left winger, because his faceoffs kind of suck. Let me try to do that. As for the defense, Honka, Fitzgerald, Lidstrom, Stillman, who jumped up to a 77 overall. But look at Blake Clark, 75, baby. You absolutely love to see it. Things you love to see. He's going to be playing alongside of this guy, Rup Lavinin, who is a Chicago pick. Okay. And then scratch, we have Roland McEwen, I believe, and Alexander True and Ryan McInnes. So there is some players scratched. I basically signed guys like Shane Prince for the AHL team, but if we can get another, let's see here. If we can put Alexander True here, if this makes the lineup a bit nicer, so it gives it a +1. What if I did this? It makes it like that. But I wanted to play this guy here. Let's give Alexander True some minutes. He is 6'5" and like 206 pounds. So let's get some big meat in here. We got 6'5", 6'1", and 6'2" Keegan Kolsar, who's a big power forward. I like that. There you go. All these guys, and then still scratched is going to be McInnes and Shane Prince, which we can throw down in the American Hockey League. And then as for the goalies, we got Varlamov and 91 overall James VEGETTI. You absolutely love to see it. Here's our AHL team. We got Giftopoulos there on the first line. Defensively, looking like this, Estrada and Eriksson. Originally, I had Eriksson on the NHL team, but I think I'm going to give him one more year down here with Estrada, and then we will bring these guys up next year. And then the tendies, Nichushkin and Ross. So Nichushkin grew 8 overalls, so that could be a potential starting goalie for us in the future, so that's pretty awesome. But I'm very happy with how the team looks. I wish the third line was a bit better. I wish I could change it out to make it like a +5. That would be awesome, but still working on it, still working. We could put Sakura down here. What if I did something like this? Put Korshkov here and then threw Sakura down there. Doesn't work out. If you guys have any line suggestions, please let me know, but we're kind of building through the draft exactly like I wanted here, and a few trades here and there, we're looking all right. But Brandt Clark, my God, he's going to be a stud. He's jumped right into an NHL defenseman way sooner than what I thought, which is awesome. Now, the last thing I'm going to do before I slow sim at least 1 or 2 games and end off this bad boy is the coaching staff. Is Spike Bickle, the staff chemistry is still only 38%. That is weak. That is really, really bad. Is the team fit really all we should be looking at here? Oh man, I really don't know what to do. I hate this coaching aspect. I mean, I like it because it makes it a lot more interesting, but I wish it was kind of more straightforward. I wish it kind of showed you what head coach would be perfect for your team. Let's have a look here at Simon. He's got a 59% team fit. Ryland Meyer, we're very familiar with him. Is the team fit really what we should be looking at? I really don't know. What's your guys' team fit? What's your guys' team fit? Let me know. I do have to showcase this picture on Twitter, though. This guy tweeted at me. He has all +5s on every single line. That's absolutely unbelievable. But here we go, starting off year number 4. That's right, year number 4 in Shanghai. We've had 2 good years, a really bad year, but we capitalized and basically won the lottery. Before we do that, do we have any games up against the OKC Bandits? Because that's going to be the battle between pick 1 and pick 2. I don't see one right away, unfortunately. When is the first one against OKC? Okay, so it looks like it's right here on November 24th. So go ahead and circle that one on the calendar. We'll get that done in the next episode. But let's get game number 1 underway of year number 4, just to test out the waters a little bit, just to see how we're doing. Get Shane Wright some NHL action. Get Brandt Clark his first NHL game. Both of these guys playing their first NHL games together. They played midget AAA together, and now they're here in Shanghai. We have a new starting goalie, the legend himself, James VEGETTI. Who's getting spring rolls? Who wants them? Period number 1, and it's 1-0 for them. Okay, James VEGETTI allows the first goal. Not a big deal. We got lots of hockey left. Period number 2. Okay, still 1-0. Looking for a goal here. Going into the third period, down by 1 here. Only 13 shots, which is a little bit concerning. There you go, baby. Felix Pox, the GOAT. He scores a big goal, tying the game up at 1. We're being outshot like crazy, but what a performance from James VEGETTI in his first game as a Dragon. And Felix Pox once again puts the team on his back. He says, is no one else going to do any work? Is no one else going to do anything? Do I got to do it all for you guys? Boom. He gets 2 goals and he basically wins us the game. Thank you very much, Felix. Very cool. Now going up against the Moscow Vodka Kings, their home opener. We traveled to Moscow, game number 2. Let's see if we can start this year off on a winning streak. Someone else other than Felix Pox, please. And there you go, Vernasty. He scores a big goal. And then Louis Balpedio scores on James VEGETTI, gets the start in back-to-back nights. Period number 2. Okay, 2-2. Dylan Sakura on the power play. There you go. We got a 2-2 hockey game. They only have 10 shots, though. Power play for the Vodka Kings. Shut down their power play. They shut down ours as well. 27-14 other shots. And Vinny Hinola. No way. Winnipeg Jets prospect scores a goal there. Just over 10 minutes left. Is that going to be the dagger? That is, because Taro Sugimoto scores on another legend, James VEGETTI, and we drop the second game of the year. I don't want to get too much simulation done here because I want to hear your guys' comments. comments. What do we do? Is it a head coach issue? Should we ride out the first month? If things really start getting hairy, maybe we look towards a legitimate head coach out here. Someone, maybe we bring back Rylan Meyer. Who knows? You know, you guys can let me know in the comments, but kind of a crazy episode. You would call this one a franchise-altering episode. I think that's very fair. We got Shane Wright, who doesn't have a point in his first 2 games, but it's all good. He's got 99 puck control. Oh my god, hold on a minute. I was looking at other people's stats. Look at Shane Wright. He is all over the map. 99 passing, 99 puck control, 96 slap shot accuracy, 99 slap shot power. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good fit for Shane Wright. He's going to score a lot of goals here on this team. I'm pretty excited for this. Now, if you click down on the right stick and you go over a few times, it'll show you where the player is going to be best fit on your team. You can see Keegan Kolsars here is going to thrive on the second line. So what does this do? It gives it a +3. Okay, maybe there might be something to this here. Dylan Sakura, he looks like he's going to be best on the first line. Completely messes everything up. We're going to say no to that. If we could, I don't want to play Cole Lind right there. What about Korshkov? He looks like he's going to do best on the second line. Still gives it a +3. What about if we did something like this? Okay, it doesn't change anything, but Cole Lind loses his spot. What if I did this? Okay, gives this a +1. Oh man, what do we do? What do we do? You guys can let me know in the comments. I'm going to put it back to the way it was. Thanks for watching. There's a lot to take in on this episode, so I'm going to wait a few days, hear your guys' comments, and we're going to get this thing started. I think we should ride out the first couple of months. If we start to really suck, that's going to be bad because we just gave up a first to sign James VEGETTI. The only thing I'm thinking is a new head coach, but hey, I'll leave that one up to you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.